everyone, I'm up here to West Union Condominiums in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, just a few miles from Central Michigan University's campus. And I'm up here at a condo that I had the opportunity of doing the interior design work during the construction phase of this condo. All of the condos are the exact same from the exterior, but all the individual condos are a little different, designed on the inside. So I was able to do all the interior design during the construction phase, and then also just recently staged this property as it is for sale. And so I'd like to take you inside and show you a little bit of what I did. So come on in. Okay, so walking in here to the kitchen from the front door, I selected a dark maple cabinet, very rich in color, and a granite-like laminate, and a nice tile backsplash that really carries over all the colors that I use throughout the space. Because this is a spec house, I decided to use neutrals, so a lot of tans, whites, grays, wood finishes, and little pops of color with some greens. As you can see, I just decorated a little bit to stage the property to help it look a little bit more lived in. One thing I like to do, especially on kitchen countertops, is to stage with decor in like a box or a tray of sorts. It's a really good idea because when you want to clear this space to use it as a workspace, you can simply pick it up and move it, and then when you're done, move it back, and you don't have to spend a lot of time redecorating. So it works out really, really well. This here is a nice raised bar area for an extra couple bar stools for eating, or just to have a nice little place to sit in your kitchen as you visit with guests. I decorated these with a couple of wood wicker chargers, some simple dinnerware, a little more of the tin gray look with some greens for a little bit of color, and it makes a nice, pretty look. So this is a dinette set that is in the kitchen. This is a really good size for this condo. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath finished condo. And so I envision this space to be perfect for a single person or a couple or a very small family. So a 4-place dinette set is very good size to accommodate that. I fell in love with this. I thought it was wonderful that the dark wood was on the tabletop. It matched very nicely with the maple cabinets, but it also had a little bit of the whitewashed finish with the chairs and the table trim, which flows nicely with the other neutrals throughout the space. I like to dress a table, especially in a staging situation, just to kind of give it a little more lived-in feel and the idea of what dinner time would be like. So what I did here was a very simple look. I used these really pretty tin chargers from Pier 1. I think they were $10 each. Some very simple dinnerware. And then I like to glam up a space a little bit with the napkins. This has a little bit of a glitter type pearl detail, and then some metallic napkin ring holders with a little leafy pattern that just makes it look a little more polished, but still has that rustic appeal as well. A couple little centerpiece items, a nice candle for dinner time, and a pop of color with some greens, and it just gives a really nice look for your dining room table set. This area here is the entryway from the garage, so there's a little space between the garage and the kitchen area. It's a really nice welcome space to come in the door, and then there's a nice closet for coats and shoes and everything to be out of sight, out of mind. And then over in this area is where the washer and dryer would be. I envision this to be a front load washer dryer with a nice built-in countertop, and then there's space here for a cabinet or shelving unit for all of your laundry supplies. And this space is a little bit of a transitional space between the kitchen and the living room. It's also could serve a purpose as another dining area, especially if you would like a larger table that could easily be accommodated by moving this oversized chair to another corner of the living room, and then having the dining room table here. Especially with spec house type situations, I like to show some flexibility to potential buyers to show how we could tailor the space to their needs. So if they needed a little larger dining room table, that is an option here. There's a pendant light here which would go really nicely over a table, but it also is very fitting to be there without a table, just because it helps bring some of that light down with these high cathedral ceilings. If we did put a table here, it would also open up the option of adding more cabinets in the kitchen where the current dinette set is located. This is a piece of furniture that I really love. It's probably my favorite piece of furniture that I use to stage the property with. It's a really nice dark wood, very solid piece of furniture. It's very very good for all of those dishes that you don't use on an everyday basis. So maybe your serving dishes or special china, it's a really good place to store those. And it also gives a really nice space to decorate with. So what I did here, because I wasn't going to use a hutch, I did still want to add some height to the wall because this is such a very large wall with the cathedral ceilings. So I added some height with these really nice grates from Magnolia Home, and then added a little bit of a transitional piece with these topiaries to bring the height down, along with some picture frames, a cute little planter, and some greens, which just adds a little bit of nice detail. Really pretty, symmetrical, balanced look, but finishes off this space really nicely. Okay, so this is the living area. I used a lot of lighter finishes with the walls and the flooring, and so I wanted to darken up the space a little bit and add a little bit more color variation in the furniture, and so I chose a dark charcoal sofa and oversized chair. These fit in really nice with the space. I lightened it up a little bit with some lighter pillows, just to add a little bit more variation. Some different artwork and shelving on the walls to add a little texture and dimension. And then the coffee table and side tables work out really nicely. It has that nice dark wood finish from the kitchen cabinets carried over into this room, as well as the black iron detail of the trim on the tables, which looks really cohesive with the lighting fixtures. The tabletops I kind of just decorated with candles and picture frames, a little bit of green, very casual. And then on the coffee table, it works out really well again in a tray, so if you want to clear off this workspace, you can move it and use this coffee table to work on, or use as family fun night or anything like that. So works out really well. The patio door and the accent windows are definitely the focal point of this condo. Right when you walk in, from whatever entrance you walk in the house, this is what you see. So you definitely want to keep this open and keep that the main focal point when designing this space. Over in the corner, I added a really nice dark rustic kind of looking clock. Again, it brings in those dark wood tones from the kitchen and then from the coffee table and side tables. A few accent pillows and throw blanket and a fun little wicker basket, and this room is pretty complete. Okay, this is the master bedroom, and I didn't stage this room per se, just simply because a lot of times homeowners will come in with their own bedroom furniture, but I did add a few little pillows and some baskets just to kind of give it a little bit more lived-in feel. These nice windows on the side are perfect to be able to have your headboard here as a nice backdrop for your bed. And then coming into the master bathroom. Okay, so this is the master bathroom. It has a full-size tub and shower. And I just very lightly staged the bathrooms in this condo. Some more of the darker finishes and a little bit of color with some teal, just to show a little bit of accent. And then in here is the master closet. It's quite large. It's got a lot of shelving space and hanging space as well. Really good selling point to have nice sized closets. The front door going downstairs, this is a basement down here. It's unfinished right now, but it has the potential with 2 egress windows to be 2 additional bedrooms and is plumbed for a full bath. So currently it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath finished home, but it has the potential to be a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home. Right here is a nice closet here in the foyer, and then walking into the guest bathroom, really nice vanity space and stand-up shower. And then right in here is a guest bedroom, or could serve as a office or den, craft room, whatever the potential homeowner here would need this space for. Thanks everybody for checking out the condo. I hope you enjoyed the little tour that I gave you. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to post or give me an email. If you are interested in this condo, if you're from the Central Michigan area and you want to see this condo yourself, you can call Clump Realty at 989-828-7403. If you haven't liked my Facebook or Instagram pages or signed up for my blog's newsletter, please do that at jamieLynnLife.com or follow me at Jamie Lynn Life by Design. Thanks everyone, and have a great day.